It All Starts With You is a show where we're going on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. This platform is a place for women who are transitioning and transforming. Hi, I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist. We are embarking on a trip together where I will be interviewing experts and extraordinary women such as you and me. Let's start the show. Welcome, 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 my ladies, my dolls, my friends. It all starts with you, and I'm Eileen Lemmelman. And live from New York, it's Saturday night. Oh, wait. No, that's the wrong show. I have always wanted to do that. Have you ever wanted to really do something that you've never done? What's holding you back? What is holding you back from doing the things that you want to do in life? Today, I'm going to have two unbelievable women who are mindset and motivation coaches. They deal with different things, but they all deal with one thing, which is up here, which is the most important thing to get you moving. So let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to jump in with Lindsay Martinez. Can't wait to see you right after the commercial.
Kathy Mila is a dream resuscitator. Kathy breathes life into women leaders by showing them how to resuscitate their dreams, regain their sense of purpose, be more fulfilled in their career, and find balance in life. As a keynote speaker, author, coach, and mentor, Kathy brings a level of expertise to empower women to know their true value and believe in their own possibilities. Through intuitive, heart-centered listening, Kathy uncovers the magic just below the surface to breathe life into your dreams. Contact Kathy at kathymila.com or call 954-249-4379.
Jacqueline Beck is a certified executive coach with 14 years of experience working on Wall Street and commercial real estate. Her professional experience spans investment and fund management roles domestically and abroad. She is passionate about the power of self-awareness and communication to promote career satisfaction and success. Jacqueline Beck Consulting works with high-achieving executives, rising leaders, teams, and businesses to lead with emotional intelligence and get the best out of themselves and their team. Reach your highest potential by clarifying goals, avoiding burnout, and improving communication. Call Jacqueline today, 301-461-3543, or visit her website at jacquelinebeckconsulting.com.
Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. Hey, welcome back. I'm so glad you've returned. We are about to have the most amazing guest talking to us. Lindsay Martinez is a trainer. She's a nutritionist. She's written books. She is amazing, really a fitness trainer to the stars, and we have her here on this show. So let's get her on and let's start talking. Hey there, Lindsay.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I am so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
So, the affirmation today is, I feel good in my body. So what can we tell all of us who are 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s to feel good in your body? What do you recommend? How can we stay really healthy and happy and fit in our body?
There are so many things that you can do, and that is a very good question, because once you hit 40, 50, and probably 60, but 40s and 50s is a big change. And once you hit that change, you don't feel like you used to feel. And the things that you used to do are more than likely not probably working anymore. And that is the biggest stumbling block that people come up and I'm just going to accept this. And I'm going to settle for mediocrity because this is what's supposed to happen. And that's those limiting beliefs really stop you from being at your greatest potential, when I believe 40, 50, and 60s are the most insane potential to do anything you've ever wanted to do. Number one, you have the knowledge. You know who you are. You've got so much more confidence in who you are. Maybe not in everything that's happening, but who you are, you know. And you probably have some dreams that you gave up to raise your family, to have a husband and do your things, and to really take the emphasis off you because you are taking care of somebody else. It's time for us. If you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 60, it is time for you.
That's right.
What did you do?
So those limiting beliefs, first of all, just, society says, oh, you're at a certain age, you should let yourself, there's no reason to look sexy or to look fit or to take care of yourself in any way. You've done your job, you're done, right? And hormonally, we've gone through so many things, especially perimenopausal or menopausal or postmenopausal. What does that do to a woman's body?
So once your hormones start to decrease, what ends up happening is your muscle density gets a little bit less. And it's much harder to put on muscle, and muscle is the reason that you burn fat, one of the major reasons that you burn fat. So the more dense your muscles are, the more fat you burn. So the problem is that it's a cycle. Once your hormones start dropping, your muscles get softer, you gain weight a lot easier. It's a lot harder to take it off, but there's a remedy for this. You have to reverse the process, and it's different than what you used to do in your 20s and 30s, and it's very frustrating when you hit 40 or whenever it is that you peak. It's different for every woman. It's in the 40s or 50s where things start really slowing down. You got the pouch that's coming on your belly.
Yes.
You got this that's getting a lot looser. It's all the same for most women. Your booty starts heading south. We don't want that booty heading south. And certain things happen. The saddlebag area may get a little bit bigger, and just general droopage, if you will.
Droopage. I like that word, droopage.
But people don't understand that you don't have to settle for this. You can do something different.
So what? I mean, I know you're sitting in a chair, and I know it's not going to be the easiest, but what would be like something very easy that we could do for the pooch and we could do for the arms? Because those, are really here, we can hide this with like long tops.
You don't need to hide it, though. You don't need to hide it. If you don't like it, you can get rid of it. You really can. It all starts with it's so much to do with your diet. It's also so much to do with the way you exercise. Now, I do functional training. I try not to go to the gym with a lot of people, especially after 40, after 50, not because they can't handle it, because I believe that exercise does more than just your body. Aesthetics is amazing. I'm going to get on your question. Aesthetics is amazing. However, the mental positivity, the motivation, the ability to believe that you can do anything you want to do comes from daily movement. It comes from exercise. It releases endorphins. It makes you feel alive. It really does. But the other thing is you have to include the different type of diet that you're going to be having when you're a little bit older, so that you can combine the two. Back to your question, because I'll go on 500 tangents. There is definitely exercises that I do because I don't take them to the gym, because daily you can't have that weight on every day. And who the heck wants to do that at this age? Even earlier, when the kids are younger, I try not to take them to the gym. I do functional training. I do your own body weight.
What does that mean, functional training?
So functional training is when more than one muscle group is working simultaneously, so you're getting a much better workout. Functional also means it has to do with your everyday movement, so that everything's engaged at once. Like if you're going to engage your biceps, this is your bicep here, and you're going to lean over something like this. First of all, you're hunched over, right? But you don't need to engage. You've got a thing here holding you down, a piece of equipment, and you're just isolating that one muscle. But if you do it standing up and using your own body, you actually have to engage your core.
The core.
So your core with functional training is always engaged. And as we get older, these are your opposing muscles for your back. So you want to make sure that you have a nice tight core, not only aesthetically, but to support the function of being erect, because your back can't take the onus forever.
You talked about something so important, which is when we start using all the muscles in our body, and when we start really focusing on being healthy and really push ourselves, we're actually challenging that thought that, oh, I can't do it. We're resetting the way we think and said, I can do it. And that really starts dominoing into so many other things in our life. Is that not correct?
Yeah, so that's a bit of a motto that I live with. You hit the nail right on the head. For me, the true basis of self-respect is what you put in your body and how you move your body. Those two things, if you can do those two things and take care of the most important person in the world, which is you, it's the most important person in the world. And when you start doing that, it trickles down into every area of your life, and it breeds self-confidence. It allows you to know that you can do anything. When all you have to do is take care of yourself. Then with those two things, and it is amazing what happens. The ability to be positive, the ability to feel that you're ridiculously alive on a daily basis is amazing. And then that trickles down into, what didn't you do? What are you not doing that you perhaps wanted to do, like writing a book, like I produced a movie. You know what I mean? Like, what are you not doing that you didn't have an opportunity to do, or you didn't have the self-confidence to do, or the time to do, or the financial stability to do?
So is it that you start out with confidence and then you do these things, or you start doing these things little by little and it really fills that confidence bucket? How does that work? What do you think?
So I think it's different for every person. I think no matter what, you should say, I've hit an age where things are cumulative now. They're always been accumulative, but now you're getting close to that spill bucket level where something, God forbid, diabetes or whatever it is. That we're not old, okay? I'm not saying we're old, but this is what happens. It's just a fact. Everything that you've done with your body is accumulative. You can actually reverse it, and you can stop it if you start taking care of yourself. And what happens with that is it's a sense of vitality, a new sense of youth, a new sense of everything when you start taking care of you. What was your question? Because I'm on a tangent.
Well, actually, let's continue on. Let's continue on by saying, for women who are, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, some women start to get physical ailments. Some women start to get physically challenged, right? So how would you help them to still work out, still take care of themselves, still feel good in their body, but really address the different, like that lower back or, some pain that might be coming up?
So there's modifications for every exercise, and because it's functional training, the most you're going to use is 10 pounds, and you don't even have to use weight. You can use bands and do resistance. So there's definitely, it's very individualized. That's a very individualized question. If you have a back pain or if you have shoulder pain, everything would have to be adjusted for you. But in general, there are so many different things that you can do. It's just movement. You can start off with walking. Walking is phenomenal. You've got an amazing endorphins released from that. You can speed walk, and you can gradually build up as long as you're doing something. It's also the mental benefit of knowing that you're sticking to something. Like you had said, you're sticking to something. When you stick to something to completion, my goodness, that trickles down to every area as well.
That's right.
I run an academy, and I said, just get to the end. When you get to the end, I don't care that it was a week long. When you're finished that, you just said to yourself, I finished something, I can go on to the next one. It is the most amazing feeling to do something from start to finish, no matter how daunting or how easy the task is. It sets you up for the next thing for success.
So you're talking about something that my next guest, Brianna, always talks about, which is set the bar low, right?
Yes.
So if you set the bar low, then, don't think you're going to accomplish a marathon, the first time running out. And then you feel, like you've been defeated and you feel like a failure. If you set the bar low, like you said, just get out and walk, even if it's 10 minutes, and then come home and celebrate that win.
Oh, yeah.
Then you are feeling accomplished.
Right. What I usually tell people to do, whether it be with work or whether it would be with their nutrition or whatever it is that they want to do, especially with an accomplishment they want to do, or they're set to do their hobby as something they want to do in their 40s and 50s, is I say, what is your end goal? What is your end goal? Is your end goal, say, this weight, or is your end goal to write a book, for example? That's a great way to break it down. Well, you give yourself the steps, and each step, I don't know if the goal is low or the bar is low. Each step is small but celebratory, right? And then every step will lead you to the beginning. Because if you look just at the end, people get so overwhelmed, and overwhelm is just fear. The word overwhelming is just, I'm scared.
Yes.
That's it, I'm overwhelmed. Or they stop dead in their tracks because it's too much to see. If you have 40 pounds to lose, which you don't, but if you had 40 pounds to lose, people are like, oh my gosh, I have to lose 40 pounds, I'm going to have to starve to death. No, you're not. No, you're not. You have to find someone who is going to be a cheerleader for you to get you off on the right track. And then people take off when they feel that. When you get that feeling, You take off because
So
it's
that's
natural.
the beauty of hiring someone like you. You really customize it for them, their goals, their body, their needs. You act as a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And, there's an accountability also that happens when you hire someone like you.
Right, so I have like a 30-day program, for example. I say, if you need me after that 30 days, I have done my job wrong, and I will stay with you for free. I 100%.
Oh, I love that.
But they don't need me after. I have never had,
Yes.
unless they get me once a week or something. But in general, once you get that body going, and if you have the
Yes.
right tools, and you have the things that work, they gotta work.
Sometimes it's hard to just get going.
Right, but if you find someone who knows what they're doing and they actually have a plan and they're tweaking you daily, you're off.
Yeah.
And once you're on it, you're in it to win it.
I love it. Now, what about this? What is this little book that
So-
you're, that we're looking at? Recipes for instant weight loss. Never feel deprived again. I love that.
Never.
Okay, so what is that all about?
So I'm an integrative nutritional health coach and a trainer, and I wanted to put something on. I have these 30-day programs where people can get a customized eating plan. But during my academies, I also run a week-long academy. During my academies, I give them a menu and I give them recipes. And my recipes come from not only me, but all of my clients. There's there's Danielle's this, Lisa's that. It's everybody.
Okay,
so I
yeah.
have a macro placement. So certain food groups need to be, or certain like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. I like to have them in certain spots and certain times of the day. But you can make almost anything with the technology is finally, and food preparatory people have finally caught up to the needs of people like myself and people like the people that I
So
deal
are
with.
these recipes
These are-
easy, everyday kind of
So,
recipes?
These are recipes that I have chocolate bark in here. I have lasagna in here.
Okay.
I have spaghetti. These are
But
things,
it's in the right proportions.
not only right proportions, but they're lower carbohydrate for women 40 and over. I think for men too. My men love this book too. There's popsicles in here. There's chocolate. There's everything in here made alternatively because the industry has finally caught up to us, and they have alternative, super healthy alternative ingredients that make this like extraordinarily low carb, and you would never know the difference. It's obscene.
I love that.
Right, so
I
there's
love
44
that.
amazing recipes in there.
Don't take my chocolate away,
No,
please.
I can bring you chocolate. And it's amazing that
I
people say at
know.
the end of the week that
I know.
how have I lost this much weight?
It's
and
beautiful.
They're eating all
So
this.
you're talking about customizing weight, weight loss, customizing exercise, your academy, your recipes. Where can they get hold of you? How can they hire you? How can they get with you?
So the
What
book
would
is
they
on
do?
lindsaymartinez.com.
Okay.
And they can order there. That's if you want the ebook. If you want the book and a hardcover, you can definitely go to Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble. It's everywhere. So you can go ahead and get that.
Okay.
And the academies, there'll be an academy in September.
Ooh,
and you can go to
okay.
lindsaymartinez.com. That'll be up there. And I have free fitness. Everyone's been through a hard time. And a lot of people can't afford to go to a gym. And a lot of people don't want to go to a gym. I've had free fitness since the pandemic on in-home fitness. And there's some nutritional tips on there if you don't have the money to do anything, or if you don't have the time to do anything. By all means, be my guest, and it's there for your...
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you see lindsaymartinez.com. You can also follow her on Facebook or on Instagram, Lindsay Martinez Official. And you can get really everyday daily tips and different kinds of tricks, and you can connect with her. You have this amazing, trainer to the stars, and she's available for all of us.
Always, yeah,
Yes.
always.
So I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. This is wonderful.
I know. And remember, I feel good in my body, and you can feel good in your body anytime. Just believe in yourself and call Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
All right, we're going to go to commercial, and when we come back, we're going to have another mindset and motivation coach that's going to really get us inspired for different kinds of things in the brain. Okay, see you soon.
Patty Shotwell, the insurance lady, is a retirement planner and an independent broker. Assisting people of all ages with health insurance and life insurance, Patty is a retirement specialist helping the senior population with Medicare, long-term care, legacy, family security, and nest egg protection. From health and medical, income and savings, final expenses and estate planning, extended care and long-term care. Patty focuses on educating clients and on making sure that questions are answered and problems are solved. For more information, contact Patty at 954-540-7850.
Integrated Chiropractic Wellness Center is a leading Boca Raton chiropractic office professionally committed to enhancing human health and fitness, increasing performance, and rehabilitating injuries through management, education, and service. At Integrated Chiropractic, Dr. Fearman enjoys treating families, children, pregnant women, athletes, and patients of all ages, ranging from infants to the elderly. And to schedule an appointment, contact Dr. Lindsay Fearman Snyder at www.integratedchiropracticofboca.com or 561-826-3808.
Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. Hey, welcome back. So excited to have my next guest, Brianna Greenspan. We met about a year ago on Clubhouse. Boy, that was an amazing platform. And she had this daily platform called the Miracle Morning Platform. I mean, it is based on a book by Hal Elrod. I've actually spoken about this on the show before. And it's all about the savers. And we'll talk about that with her. She is an author. She's a speaker. She's a motivational and mindset coach and a genetic consultant. All in one little body. So let me welcome Brianna.
Hi
dear.
It's so nice to be here with you.
I am so happy. This is the first time we've actually met in person. And you are just lovely. I am so happy to have you here.
Oh, you're such a doll. It's such a pleasure to be here, and I'm so impressed. This is such a beautiful show, and I love everything that you're inspiring women with.
Thank you very much. Well, talk about inspiring. You are, the poster child for inspiration and, mindset. So let's talk about you. How did you get to the place that I know you have like a really interesting story that brought you to the place where you use affirmations and mindset and motivation and radical change. We're laughing about that because you ran this group called Radical Change, right? Radical Transformation. And I was a part of it. And she's, everyone along the way that you meet is a mentor, a coach, a mother, a sister, a friend, and that's what you have been to me. So I really appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. And I absolutely feel the same way. And it's such a blessing to be able to meet so many individuals that we can learn from and grow with on our journey. Everybody that I have interacted with over the last, 3 decades has been someone that I've learned something from, even if they've said the same about me. And so it's a beautiful opportunity to recognize that we have so much to give and we have so much to learn from everyone and every experience that we have.
It's really duality, right?
Absolutely.
It's really duality. It's like if you're open, then you're going to receive. If you give, then you're going to receive. And that's the way the world, the universe works, right?
Yeah, it's so beautiful how the universe was designed in a way that we can contribute so much value to those around us, but we can also receive so much of what we need exactly when we need it. And so just even meeting you, being in this space, connecting with so many individuals on Clubhouse, we've impacted over 300,000 people during the pandemic so far. And it's been beautiful to see the radical transformation that so many people who quite often gave up on themselves and didn't have that mindset shift of empowerment, of belief in themselves, have started to take action that's in alignment with what they care about, with what's in alignment with their values. And so
That's right.
It's been a big gift.
Yeah, it is. It has been a gift for so many when we were all so alone and so isolated and so lonely. You provided that ritual every single morning. It was like something we could count on every single morning. It was beautiful, and it still is going on. But how does genetics consultant and mindset motivation coach, where's the intersection there? How did that come together?
You know, if you hear my story, which I'll share in just a second, it like mends perfectly together. But if you just read my bio, it makes no sense. So I grew up with kind of a chronic and debilitating illness. And as a result, there was a lot of challenges, constantly in and out of the doctor's office, constantly being told you can't, you won't, you'll never. There was a lot of not only limiting beliefs that I had, but there was a lot of struggles that I went through. I was constantly in and out of physical therapy. I had a lot of assistive devices, took a lot of medications, had a lot of labels for what I was experiencing. And as a result, I felt out of place, and I didn't really have a foundation of practices that could help me to be my best self. So that was kind of like the first 19 years of my life, which all kind of transitioned when I lost the ability to walk and then regained the ability to walk. And that was a really big turning point for myself in mindset and consistency and, functional exercise and all kinds of practices that I could incorporate on a regular basis to help my social and emotional well-being. And that kind of led to the mindset and the helping myself, which then other people noticed and asked me to help them, which is where the coaching came from. However, I care deeply about those with chronic and terminal illnesses, and as a result, I have this unique vocabulary that's very helpful to patients, and I have this unique awareness of what physicians go through, so it's very helpful for physicians. So I kind of came into this position where I support physicians that focus on allergic diseases, and I have a condition that's very similar, and so it's like it gives me a lot of.
So you provide information for them, and
Yes.
you almost like give them a training, like a really, really hands-on, personal. I had this kind of training, but you also have the book knowledge behind it because you were trained in genetics.
So I have the patient knowledge, and that is kind of like actually a little bit, in some ways, a little bit more useful than anything you could learn in school, because there's certain nuances surrounding, how you treat a patient or where you should look if you're a physician for whatever you're hearing about a patient, that often the puzzle pieces aren't coming together. And so I collaborate on a lot of academic research, kind of like the cheerleader, the support squad member for a lot of physicians and for a lot of patients.
Oh, that's great. Before we have to wrap up and before we have to end, I just want, what you're talking about is, as a child, you were told, no, you can't, you won't, it's not possible, you'll never do this. And in a lot of ways, that's what my audience, this middle-aged woman is being told all the time. You're done, you're finished, you've done your job, this is the end, you're limited, no more. So what could you tell that middle-aged woman who's thinking, I'm just waiting, for the end, or, there's nothing left, or I can't, access my dreams, or, life is over, I'll just sit back and watch, The Price is Right kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I first start by saying, this is the moment. This is the moment that you're invited to get into the game, to chase your passions, to put one foot in front of the other. You have so much time, and a lot of the time there are so many possibilities that are right in front of us that we pass up because of the limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves. But when you believe in yourself that you can try a new hobby, or, you can learn a new skill, you can engage in something different, you can make new friends, write a book, become, something that you've always dreamed of becoming. when we put one foot in front of the other, when we start to take aligned action, those things that seem so far out of reach become possible. Like think about this. You have an incredible show. You inspire so many people. Did you 15 years ago think that you'd be doing this?
Not at all. Not even 5 years ago.
And that's the perfect example. There are so many people, I guarantee, and every person who's watching this is circle of influence. You have so many people who have gone out and believed in themselves. They bet on themselves. The worst thing that happens is we fail. And failure is actually amazing. It's an opportunity for us to learn, grow, and become better than we've ever been before. And so what do we have to lose when we, have the opportunity to chase our dreams or to sit on the couch and watch The Price is Right? Wouldn't we want to at least attempt something that we've been dreaming of for a long time?
Absolutely. Brianna, this is a great way to end the show because you have just summed up exactly what I've been saying on my show from day one. It's never too late and you're never too old to really achieve whatever you want, to live the life of your dreams, to access that passion, to start dancing, to write a book, to fall in love, to do anything that you want to do, because today is all any of us have. This moment, right here, right now, is what any of us have. So why don't we make this moment count, and let's take that step. Let's take action towards really becoming the happiest that we can be in this life. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate my two guests who are so inspirational and so encouraging, and I hope you come back next week because ladies, it all starts with you.
You have been watching It All Starts With You. New and exciting opportunities are ahead of you. You are creating your own destiny. Until we meet again, my friends, it all starts with you.